So we got around 5 cornfields to do up here. We got this one back there, one over there, and then right below the barn, and then to the right. I think it's almost like 100 acres of corn land up here. Around that. It's very close. I'm not sure exactly, but in that ballpark. And I feel like this cornfields up here is like the breeding grounds of rocks. I mean, they're born here or something, because it's ridiculous. And I said in the last video, we hate picking rocks, and I'm not joking. And this is these fields up here, it's just, it almost feels like it's more rocks than it is dirt sometimes if you drop your chisels. So what we do, because we ain't picking the dang rocks, is our chisels are just scrubbing the top. Like, just enough to where it's scratching it, and then it's literally so the springs are still no tension on them, so if they hit a rock, it can bounce up a little bit instead of pull them out. I mean, yes, we have pulled out a couple. Now you're probably asking, if you're only doing this much and then disking it in, why don't you just not do this at all and just run the disc anyways? Well, then we got to run the disc 3 times over it, and it just doesn't get that little top fluff as good anyways. Plus, we're running the disc an extra time over the stones, and if you run them over just too many times, it literally, the blades, it's like literally throwing a bowling ball in your teeth. They don't like the rocks. I mean, it just smashes them. So the less we have to run the harrows over the rocks, the better. I mean, the chisel teeth, they kind of move them out of the way and stuff, and then when the harrows come in, the dirt's a little bit fluffy already. It's not hard like it has been since last year's doing it. So it's a little softer, so the rocks can get pushed down when the discs come, and they move a lot easier. So it does save the disc a little bit. And this didn't even get harrowed because we didn't spread this year. So not chiseling it deep allows a lot more room for the stalks to move around, and it actually doesn't plug up on us, which is kind of nice. But I'd rather just there be no rocks and be able to drop them. Oh, that's too low. Yeah, that's about it. You don't feel them behind you because they're really not doing too much, just getting the fluff in the dirt, getting a couple inches, and then the harrows can come through, and the rocks that are there, it'll push them down. Or the big ones, they gotta pick them up, drive over, and we gotta still pick them up. But I missed all the content, but we're coming up the King Road. Josh lost the wheel for the big harrow. Yeah. And we couldn't find it in any of the fields. Well, he lost it coming up the road. This is the wheel. But if you can see my marks, I walked out there. It was halfway out there. I just spent looking for a wheel. Whatever. We'll put new bearings in tomorrow.
Yeah, you need to. It's too heavy to run on
one. So. If you run one wheel,
it'll blow it.
It'll blow the second one. We have learned that the hard way, trying to bring it home once. Yeah. But yeah, we probably should get off the road. Look at that. Terry's gonna make the cut today in today's video.
Is he in there?
Oh yeah. I don't know where he is, but his house is in it. Well, we're on day 2 of this video. We are now on the left side of the service road here. Philip and Stan are doing the first pass of the field we finished up last night. Ferdy's in the very back doing the final pass. They fertilized it this morning. And we got a surprise guest here. We got Marcus. He's actually spreading the last of the manure, solid manure and mold that's up here. I mean, it's in the bunk right there. Just get it gone while we still can. So he's doing this little field that's close, so he can get a lot done quickly. He's on his own little task, and we're just lightly scrubbing this, get this worked in, get the stalks under a little bit and stuff. We just finished that field up there. We're leaving this little front one so that Marcus has a spot to spread the last of the solid manure, and we're gonna head over to the last one on the right over there. By the time we finish chisel and plowing that, Marcus will be done with the solid up here. There's not a lot left, but he'll be able to get it out in the time me and Alex chiseled on that field. Gerhard is running the 200 now. He's helping them finish up the first pass here. We're actually waiting on some more potash because we just ran out to finish that top one. There's just a little bit in there, so not enough to even start. And then once that comes, they can spread the potash, and Gerhard will do the last pass on this field, and Philip and Stan will work up there. And we got a little drive-by going on by Marcus. He's already waving. He's loving it. Last night he's like, where do I get the spread today? We're like, well, we got somewhere, don't worry. And then there's one big rock we pulled out right there. You can actually see that beast. I guess it's not the biggest in the world. We had one yesterday Ferdy pulled out. It was as big as a skid steer bucket. He was digging for a while to get it. That one's a fraction of the size, but it's still something that'll smash discs and the chisels and planter and, well, everything else, corn heads. Get video of Marcus loading because I was flying the drone real quick to get them going, but he's loading from in there with that skid steer. We brought it up from the home barn because the 60 from up here is in the field picking rocks, but Marcus needs something to load and he can only use the skid steer in the bunk. He's going now to spread. Well, I'm gonna go spread the potash with that beast. Birdie's already picking stones, that's why he's not doing it. We're gonna get at it. To kind of give you a reference of the stones, you can just hear it. Yeah, and that's with us barely dropping the chisels. Like, it's just a stone fiesta. And we're not even mad with the amount of stones that we pulled up this year because this is the least we've ever pulled up. This is breeding grounds for stones. If there is a thing like that, this is it. This is where stones come to grow. But we deal with it, and it's so hard ground, plus the stones, the disc would never do the first pass. It just doesn't work. But maybe this camera's picking up the stones. It's just a lot. Well, we'll deal with it. We do every year. Birdie's actually right there with the 60, and Christoph just started planting. So once I'm done this potash, I'll probably fly the drone over real quick before I start chiseling. Get some aerial view of that. We got Stan here. I'm just waiting for him to turn around so he can stay ahead of me. Since he's got all the doors open, and I kind of do it with all the tractors. Well, I guess he's gonna wait. I'll just turn the spreader off. I don't want to pelt him. I'll just turn this off. That way he doesn't get pelted. I'll be a nice guy. Because that hurts. There we go. Turn it back on. No one likes to get hit by those, especially since he's got the doors open, and the other tractors we don't want to hit the paint. It doesn't really help. Alex, you got anything to say during lunch? We're close to done. Almost. We're stopping for lunch. You gotta stop sometime. Right? Where's Henry? Oh. They're over there. Checking the heifers. And then Philip got his food, and then Philip's a trooper. He doesn't want to stop. He's eating on the go. Henry! Nope. He's got nothing. Just got done eating, and Marcus, what are you going back to do?
Spreading shit.
Yeah, he's almost done spreading the solid. I want to be on camera a little bit just to show everybody what he's doing, right? Yeah. You have fun doing this job? And Josh just rolled in. So, that's the whole crew down here ready to rock and roll. He just got done feeding. Now he's gonna help probably pick stones because it's just endless. Even though we have a lot less and we're not complaining, there's still stones to pick. But Mark has got the lucky job, right? But you're gonna help later? Okay. You wanna say bye for now?
Bye.